It's reminding me of like ET, but in reverse.
You're gonna
Well,
have to.
actually, I guess it would be the beginning. I'm thinking of when ET reads your name off the card, but you go in, you give them your name, they
Oh,
give you the card.
I was like, when does somebody die on ET?
Not yet, I don't think. Comes knock on wood.
I was like, at what
You-
point of that ride story is that when the planet gets all weird? Is it because you died and now you're in ET's version of heaven or something? Like I was like, what am I missing?
Welcome to episode 15 of the Adventure Lives On podcast.
This week's episode of the podcast is going to be mostly Harry Potter focused. We'll be talking about everything from the new full cast editions of the audiobooks and Tom Felton on Broadway to potential new ride plans for Ministry of Magic and Wizarding Paris at Epic Universe. Buckle up
Grab your cup of coffee
and get ready to live the adventure
in
in
the
the
Universal
Universal
theme
theme
parks
parks
and
and
beyond.
beyond.
I know we both had a couple of fun things. I like the outfit, by the
Thank you. I figured I might as
way.
well since we're going to be doing a Harry Potter themed episode.
Yeah, I should have done that. I'm just in like what Zion National Park.
You could always throw your robe over it.
I could. I would actually, if I had the menace locked up, I would. But see, I have my jacket on the back of my chair,
Hmm.
and I don't know if you'll be able to see it or not, but the amount of
Is it?
hair,
Oh,
because he just will
yeah,
come
you're.
up and rub against me. And yeah, I'm not about to get that robe full of rocket hair.
Yeah, I understand that.
Well, I guess for anyone who's listening that is not watching on YouTube, where you can see how Jake is dressed, he's in his Hufflepuff vest and tie. A nice get up today.
Figured it might be a fun opportunity. I'm ready to wear it to the parks, but if I can't do that yet, I might as well wear it here.
Because not every day can be a park day.
No, but I actually did get a step closer to a park day. Also, did not show you this.
Okay.
Where is? Here we go.
Mm, nice.
That's not a Zoom green screen background. This is actually a fabric photo backdrop that I bought on Amazon recently.
Love it.
Thanks.
Um, Again, for anyone who's listening and not watching, he has honeydukes behind him in his Hufflepuff getup.
It's one of the windows with a bunch of candy and big, look almost like ice cream cones and things on display. I'm impressed with it, honestly. It looks like a real window, reflections and all.
It does. Yeah, it does look like that's why I thought it was a background because
No,
of the reflections. That's pretty nice.
thanks. I saw it and I was like, oh, I'm gonna need
Gotta get
this because I
it.
could
Yeah.
use it on the podcast. And I was thinking about photo shoots as well, taking pictures that look like I'm in the park.
Mmm, like it. All
Yeah.
right, we're gonna have to maybe actually plan some of these themed days moving forward.
I was thinking about that when I did this. I'll switch back over to the other background for now just for consistency's sake. But yeah, we definitely should plan some fun themed
Yes, we
episodes.
should. So, if you haven't figured it out yet, today is Harry Potter themed.
As I guess I've very subtly
Yeah, it's very
shown
subtly.
off.
Before we get too deep into it, though, I know we both have a couple of fairly unrelated things, unrelated to Harry
Yes.
Potter, things that we wanted to share. Do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay. Um, Something really funny and heartbreaking happened yesterday in my house.
Okay.
So, as you know, the toddler is a big fan of Super Mario, and
Yes.
she asked me yesterday, as she's wearing her Princess Peach costume, to
Hmm.
put Super Mario World on TV, which she likes to watch the YouTube
Mm.
park walkthroughs. So I put that on TV for her, and then she starts calling me. She's, Mommy, come here, come here, come here. I'm in here working. Like, come here, come here, come here. Okay, what is it? And she's like, Mommy, can you put me in the TV so I can go there?
Oh.
Like, I wish I could, but it doesn't work that way. And she's at this point, she's crying, actually, like tears, actually crying because
Poor girl.
I would not put her in the TV to go see Super Mario.
You're like, as much as I would love to, this isn't Super Mario
Yes.
64. You can't jump into the pictures.
You cannot. And, I've done a good job, I think. Um, she also, yes, there's a lot of universal conversations that happened yesterday with the kids. And we're like eating lunch and she says something about Disneyland. And I said, well, Chloe, would you prefer to go to Disneyland or go see Super Mario again? She's like, oh, mommy, we don't have to go to Disneyland. Let's go see Super Mario. And, okay, I like that. Let's go see
That was
Super Mario.
a proud
That's a
parenting
win.
moment, huh?
Yes, yes, proud parenting moment. And from that, so the next one after Nintendo World plays in Epic was Burke. So then, once she
Mhm.
finally got past the fact that I was refusing to put her in the TV, she came again, Mommy, can we go see the dragons too? Can we go to Dragonland? I'm like, yes, sweetheart. We will, I promise we
Uh,
will go back to Dragonland.
she says that, and it just gets me thinking of Dragon Tales because I'm
Yeah,
old.
yes, me too. A very different Dragonland, but
Oh,
yeah, no, I was thinking the
yeah.
same thing. If only there was a dragon scale that would take us to Isle of Berk. Hmm.
Let me start up my 3D printer and give me a couple hours.
Hey, yeah, we can do it, huh? So that was, yeah, that was the main thing. Also wanted to mention on a similar kind of note to that, I saw yesterday or the day before a preview for the new Super Mario Galaxy movie.
I saw that they released a trailer. I have yet to watch it.
I'm excited.
I liked the first one even more than I
Mhm.
expected, so I am
Yeah.
excited to see what they do.
Yeah, me too. So we'll see where that goes. Um, yeah, that was really all I had, other
Do
than the giveaway. But
yes. Do you
you
want
go
to?
into, yeah, we can. Okay. We've got a giveaway. This is a joint announcement. Jake is already aware of the giveaway. Uh,
Yes. Just didn't know when we were going to bring it up.
So we do have a giveaway that's going to be happening on our social media. So follow Tallow Podcast. That's TALO for The Adventure Lives On
Yes.
on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We're going to announce all the details there, but we've got a cool epic ornament and pin set that I picked up last time I was in the park.
Yep. Listen to our past couple episodes for more info on that.
Yeah. Yes, yes.
Shameless
Those are
self-promotion.
fun ones. Now what have you got?
Mine are more Harry Potter related, but there were
Okay,
smaller
good
things
segue.
that I kind of wanted to get out of the way before we get into
Mhm.
what our big topics might be.
Okay.
So, first smaller thing is another little piece of HBO show news because I like updating you on any of that stuff that you haven't heard yet.
Yes,
It's always
please.
fun. So, there was a video I saw recently that was saying that Bill Nighy, who was the minister, Rufus Scrimgeour, in Deathly Hallows, is not just in talks, but apparently, according to whoever this person's inside source was, actually doing screen tests for Professor Slughorn in the HBO show,
Huh.
which I think is kind of interesting that they might be going a very different direction than they did in the movies. But
Yeah.
what I hadn't put together, and it makes me think about what might be going on with the future of the series and how they're kind of planning for things. Part of the reason that this is getting out there is that Bill Nighy is the one reading for Professor Slughorn in the Half-Blood Prince full cast audiobook. So he's
Oh.
already working on the character. So that
Mm-hmm.
gets me thinking, who else are they going to pull from the
Mm-hmm.
audiobooks into later seasons of the show?
Oh. There's
Yeah.
some that I think I'm really gonna like.
Uh-huh. I'm so excited for you to start listening to it.
Me too.
I know you said you wanted to wait, but it's killing me that you're waiting. I'm
I
not gonna
know,
lie.
it's killing me too. Well, and part of the reason too that I haven't done it is this time of year is my busiest time of year at work.
Yeah,
And
same here.
I I have to be very focused. I am dealing with open enrollment and people's payroll deductions, and I can't have a number or decimal off. So
Yeah,
I'm really focused. And I just know that when I download that book, that's all I'm going to want to do.
you're gonna want to
And
listen to it at work.
yes, yes. And I cannot afford to do that right now.
Yeah,
I do have a trip coming up at the beginning of December. So, like, worst case, if I haven't downloaded it by then, that'll be a really good way to pass the time in the airport and on the
yeah,
plane. So I might do that. And the
that's a good idea.
one of the girls I'm meeting on the trip is also a big Harry Potter fan.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and so we're not flying there together, but we're flying home together. So, oh, you could listen to that and we could talk Harry Potter on the plane.
Yeah, what you could do is if you listen to it on the flight up, you tell her about it when you get there. Maybe she can
Hmm.
listen to it during the trip, and then y'all can talk about it on the way back.
Yeah. Oh, I'm really excited about it. And that I because I am so excited is why I have not been able to start it yet.
That makes sense. You want to give it and work the full attention that they both deserve.
Yes. I don't know that work deserves my full
Well,
attention, but it
it needs
requires
it.
it.
Yeah. Okay, fair.
The book deserves the full attention.
It does. It's truly, truly incredible, and it deserves every second that it gets.
Yes,
It's,
yes. Well,
I had
I'm
such a
absolutely
fun
looking
time with
forward
that
to it.
book. Can't wait for the next one. I can't believe we've got to wait a month in between.
Yeah, that's a bummer for sure. At least it's only a month.
Yeah, but at the same time, that does mean 6 or 7 more months of Harry Potter content
It
every,
does.
for,
Mhm.
yeah, so I'm excited about that.
Okay, then.
I see that. That's gonna end up in a YouTube short somewhere, I'm sure.
A boomerang somewhere.
Yes. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
More short form content.
Yeah.
Yay.
Our favorite.
Yeah, let's kill the attention spans.
Yeah.
Don't want to get too deep into that. That'll be a whole
That's a whole
uh
episode.
anywho, the other thing that I found out regarding the show is that so we know Warwick Davis is coming back as Professor
Mhm.
Flitwick. Apparently his son has been brought in as his body double for Flitwick. Because his son, I think, is
Cool.
about 22. They've acted together before. He was apparently a goblin in Deathly Hallows, and he was also in Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. And they are the same height and pretty much the same build. So I think the plan is whenever Flitwick needs to be doing something important in a scene and has, FaceTime on the camera or has lines, Warwick will play him. And if it's just Flitwick in the background at the staff table in the Great Hall, his son could step in under all the same prosthetics and costume and free up scheduling time or
Mhm.
take a little off his plate.
Hmm.
So I thought that was pretty neat.
Probably also save HBO a little bit of money.
That is also true.
That's neat. I didn't even realize he had a son.
He's got a son and a daughter. Apparently,
Oh.
they're potentially looking for a role for her as well to kind of get the whole family involved. Because I didn't
Oh,
realize, but apparently he had lost his wife almost 2 years
oh,
ago now.
man.
If I think that's what the guy said on the video that I watched, that I think it was close to a couple years ago. And so this is kind of a way for the family to get closer together, and
Hmm.
it's, a little bit of consistency and a routine, which is
Yeah.
always nice to help kind of get through something like that.
Hmm. Yeah, that's tough. It would be good if they could get her a part too and all
Yeah,
do it together.
which I'm sure they could.
Oh, yeah. They'll find something for her.
Yeah. So that's the only casting news I have there. The other fun thing, well, I don't know, this is movie related. Do we want to talk about the park info first before I get into this? The ride stuff?
Um, Before that, I do have a Harry Potter sort of related thing that's not HBO, but Broadway.
Okay, we're talking Cursed
Have
Child?
yeah, we're talking Cursed Child. Have you seen any of the videos yet of Tom Felton as grown-up Draco?
I have. I saw one that absolutely blew my mind because they did some kind of crazy stunt work that I don't even know how they did.
I have not seen that one.
So it was a very short clip. I don't remember if it was posted from the official Harry Potter account or if he posted it. I'm sure he probably did as well. But there was a shot of him. It looked like it must have been him dueling with Harry, and he had jumped up on a table and went to cast a spell. And then I think Harry or whoever it was, he was the only one on camera. So I'm going by lines, line
Mhm.
delivery and stuff, guessing who was who. But whoever it was cast a spell back at him, and he basically got lifted up off the table, spun around, and pinned against the back wall. I'm like, I don't know if that
Cool.
was wire work or if he was on some kind of mechanical rig that was mounted behind him. But he basically, it was like he flipped up backwards and then it re-round and he ended up
Mhm.
upright on the table again. I was like, that's impressive stage work. That makes me want to see the show if they're putting that kind
Mhm.
of production effort into it.
Wonderful. I mean, they have to definitely put effort into it with him being there. That can't be a mediocre show.
Yeah, no, not at all.
Hmm. Yeah, I have not seen that one. I've seen a few. Most of the ones I've seen have been when he makes his debut on stage
Mm,
and the crowd just can't stop, won't
I bet
stop.
they can't.
And it's funny to see his facial expression because to me it looks like, he wants to break character, he wants to smile. You can tell
I
he's
bet.
loving it,
I bet he does.
but he's also Draco in the moment.
Uh-huh.
And it's so cool to see him in that character. And some of the videos I've seen too is he's talking about his hair and he's glad he's not dyeing his hair and it's a wig this time, and showing how they're making his costume. And there's so much that has gone into this, and it's really impressive. I know neither of us are Broadway people, so we don't know a ton about, what happens on Broadway to begin with.
Yeah,
So
not
this is
much.
a cool kind of introduction, and it's a show I would be interested in seeing.
Yeah, I heard people talk about it back when it first came out and saying that the production of all of it was really impressive all the way through.
Mhm.
That there, I think there was a point where they had stuff, you know, decorated throughout the entire theater, not just the stage for certain parts of it, and that there were banners with dark marks in the lobby after intermission because of plot related things, and they had themed food and drinks and stuff. Like they really are putting everything into
Hmm.
this.
We might have to take a trip up to New York.
Believe me, I saw a video earlier today and that thought crossed my mind. I was like,
Oh,
for podcast research sake, we might
yes,
have
yes.
to.
And we were talking about it too when it first came out, and not came out, but when they first started talking about it and announced that Tom Felton was going to play Draco.
Mhm.
I was looking at flights. I was looking at tickets to the show, and then I can't navigate New York on my own. I'm directionally challenged.
Yeah, me too. I would be so lost, I'd never make it to the show.
Right. Yeah, we wouldn't make it to the show. We would need the Martyrs map to help us get there, and neither of us have access to that right
Well,
now.
if we start now, I can try to make a Marauders map of New York that'll give us.
You could too. If anyone could do it, it would be you.
I'll make a Marauders map of New York that'll show everyone where they
Precisely where
are,
Tom
what they're
Felton is.
doing, every minute of every day.
You wouldn't be able to see the map. It's just black with footprints.
Just footprints
Just
everywhere.
footprints. Dude, we're gonna have to revisit this. We're going to look at flights now and see if this is doable.
Yeah. Not to mention, we got to figure out what the pricing is on those tickets. I'm sure it's astronomical.
Yeah, it's not cheap. When I was looking, they were the tickets I was looking at, I think were about 150 a piece.
Oh, that's way less than I honestly would have expected.
Oh, that was more than I was expecting.
I figured it was going to be expensive. I was thinking 200 plus, even closer to three, I would have expected because this is such a big show and I think it's like 3 hours long.
And I'm sure some of the seats are. I was
Yeah, I guess it
not
does
looking
depend on where
at.
you sit,
Yeah, I
but
wasn't looking at front row seats.
hey, if we get to be there and breathe the same air as Tom Felton from 200 something yards away,
Yeah.
way up there in the top.
Uh-huh. I'll do
And
it.
I heard that somebody on a YouTube short I was watching before we started even said that it's a ridiculous line, but you actually can wait outside the theater after the show for Tom Felton to sign autographs.
Hmm.
And wouldn't that be
Yeah, I've
cool?
seen that. I saw that you have to be kind of one of the first people out there to actually get an autograph, though,
I would
and that
imagine because
he'll only sign things from the show.
uh
But someone else posted that for now, at least, I don't know if they're going to change it or not, but if you go see the show one night, go wait in line to meet him a different night,
mm,
and that they weren't checking to make sure that you had just gotten out of the
oh,
show.
so go see the show, go back the next night, get in line while everybody's
Hmm.
in the theater.
Yes.
Okay.
Hmm.
We probably shouldn't have said that on the
Yeah,
podcast and put it
I
out to the world, but
know.
no, it's fine. I'm sure there's somebody listening
That's
that might have better chance of going than us. And if you get an
right.
autograph from it, then
Send us one.
I was going to say you're welcome, but that works too.
Ah, that would be something cool to hang if we ever have an actual like joint podcast office somewhere in Orlando. We'll
Let's
hang
say
that on the
when,
wall.
not if.
Yes, when we have that, we'll hang our Tom Felton autograph that gets sent to us.
Yes.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, that
Rather
is a really cool idea. Definitely something to think about whether we can manage to get up there
make
and
it
see it.
happen. And on the Malfoys. My feed lately has been a lot of Harry Potter, which I'm not complaining. Um,
Yeah.
half the time, I don't know how the algorithm works to give me the stuff I see because what the heck is this? Um,
Yeah, sometimes it's
but lately, I've been getting a lot of Harry Potter, and it was either today or yesterday. I saw this video of Jason Isaacs, and he was talking about his how he created his character, how he created Lucius, because
mhm.
apparently the way that he looked and spoke was not the way it was written.
Yes, I think I may have seen the same interview with him.
The one where his reason was Alan Rickman.
No, I guess I didn't, or at least I didn't
Ah,
see that part of it. I saw more about like how Jason Isaacs impacted Lucius's look and his costume. I don't know if you had seen that, but
this he talked about that in this one, but he
what was the Alan Rickman connection?
the reason because I think the question he was in an interview and the question was something about how he felt going into it and how he approaches creating a character. And his answer
Okay.
was, well, I was terrified to work with Alan Rickman because he's legendary and no one can play a more sinister character.
Mm,
So
that's fair.
yeah, that's fair. Um, and so he was basically trying to be able to create this character on par with something that would warrant being in a film with Alan Rickman.
Okay.
So it's so cool that Alan Rickman influenced Lucius Malfoy as much as
Yeah.
he did.
It's like as much as he is as beloved as he is as an actor, and specifically for Snape, the fact that he also gave us a really awesome villain incidentally just by being in the movie.
Yes. Yes. And then, of course, the video goes on. He's talking about how he asks for this long blonde wig and he's wearing a curtain around him.
That
Is that what you
that was
saw?
that was the part
Okay.
that I saw. I thought that was actually fascinating that he was the
Yes.
one to say, "No, I need blonde hair like my son."
Uh-huh.
And he wanted the clothes to be fancier because why would he wear a muggle suit if he's so pure
Mhm.
blood centric and
Yes. And the wanting the wand in the
in the
cane.
cane?
And he got some pushback on that apparently.
Hmm.
Because the wand's supposed to come out of nowhere. He's like, it is gonna come out of nowhere from the cane.
Yes. Which feels just perfect for Lucius.
Yes, it does.
It's got to be flashy and over the top and
Yeah,
dramatic.
absolutely.
I guess before we pivot at all, another fun little Jason Isaacs moment that I found. I think I don't remember if it was in behind the scenes stuff for Chamber of Secrets or if this was during the HBO reunion that they did. But there was one conversation I remember him having about how they were shooting the scene at the end of Chamber of Secrets in Dumbledore's office, and they were going through it, and at one point uh, Chris Columbus, the director, called cut and was like, "What's going on? Somebody's not doing their job here. Can we get somebody to wipe the floor down, please? Jason just slipped. We can't have this. We can't be hurting our actors." And he's like, "Oh, no, no, that's not." It's like, "What's wrong?" He goes, "No, that's not what happened." It's like, "Well, what do you mean?" He goes, "No, I didn't slip. I kicked Dobby." He goes, "Excuse me?" "Yeah, I kicked Dobby down the stairs. I thought that would be a good little character bit, make me really hateable." Because obviously Dobby's a full
Wow.
CGI character, so he's walking down the steps of the second level of Dumbledore's office and just kicks his leg out in front of him, and the director's thinking he slipped on a wet floor.
That is
He's
awesome.
like, "No, I'm just being despicable and evil."
Yes.
And so I just love the idea that because he decided to kick his foot out, somebody then had to go back after the fact and animate Dobby being knocked down to the stairs onto the floor.
Yeah. It's nuts to me because I don't have an acting bone in my body. And I was telling Nick this a couple days ago. I was back in high school. I was fired from my part in a church play and put on
Oh,
lights because the acting was that bad. They put me on
oh.
light duty and I was controlling the strobes and things for the show, which I enjoyed a lot more. I would much prefer to
Hmm.
do lights than be in front of the camera.
Yeah,
Um,
I've always thought
but
lighting stuff was really cool.
yeah, it was cool. It was fun. But anyway, so not an acting bone in my body. It is so just crazy to think about how first of all, how JK was able to just imagine this whole world, but then how these
Yeah.
actors can create the character on the screen and give them these personalities even more
And
so than JK did in the books.
it's like they're so in the mind of their character, like with him kicking Dobby. He
Yes.
came up with that because he was so in Lucius's head and like how would he
Hmm.
think? How would he react to this? How would he
Yeah.
handle this situation?
Hmm.
It really is
Fascinating.
crazy to see how all this works and to see what goes on in their heads.
Hmm. And even to hear about some of the like ad lib, the what do you call that? When they come up with it on their own. Why am I
Yeah,
blanking on
improvised
this?
lines.
That's
Yeah.
that's what I'm looking
I was
for.
blanking for a
Thank
second
you.
too. I was like, I know there's a word.
Improvise,
Yeah.
yes. Like when Draco, it's like, you can read? Oh, that
Yeah, I
wasn't in
didn't know
the
you could read.
script. And
Oh,
just,
real quick, 10-minute warning.
oh, geez,
I
already?
know. Yeah.
This was supposed to just be the intro.
Yeah.
It's all right, I'll take it. I'll take the lot. Just to think about having to memorize your lines, be this character, and then being able to just improvise like that on the spot, I would freeze up. There's no way. That's why they pay the actors big bucks.
Not only that, it's not only memorizing the lines and improvising and playing off of other actors, but turning it on and off in between takes and jumping between
Mhm.
scenes.
Yeah. I don't know. Some of them do, some of them don't. You got those method actors that are in
Well,
character constantly.
yeah. Yeah, there's that.
I wonder how many in Harry Potter did that,
I
or
don't
if
know.
any of them did. I know
I
so
haven't.
many of them are kids that they
Yeah,
probably
I
didn't.
don't recall ever hearing anything about that happening or anybody being a problem in that way.
I didn't either. Again, there were a lot of kids too.
Yeah.
So, hmm.
Oh, speaking of them being kids, that reminds me of the one other little fun trivia fact that I was saying I wanted to tell you about when we got on tonight is I didn't realize until recently that there's a character in Sorcerer's Stone that does not cast a single spell the entire movie.
Who?
Do you think you can figure it out? Like think through the movie. I want to see if you have any thoughts on who that might be.
Sprout.
I mean, technically, sure, because Sorcerer's Stone, but well, but even in Chamber of Secrets, I guess she doesn't really use magic, but no.
Um, I mean, all three of the main ones do, and Dumbledore has to. McGonagall definitely does. Snape?
Nope, you actually already lost it.
What?
I saw somebody online, and having watched the movie again, I was amazed. Harry. He makes the glass vanish in the zoo, and he stops Quirrell when he touches him, and he flies a broom, but he doesn't really. Ron casts Wingardium Leviosa on the Trolls Club.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't do that. Harry never has a moment, like even in class, Seamus blows up the feather, Hermione makes
Mm-hmm.
hers float. Harry's the one character, as far as I could tell, because I remember hearing someone on YouTube, I think, or Instagram saying that, and I was like, that can't be right. And I rewatched the movie, and I was like, no, he does magic, but he never, in the first movie, it's never point the wand, say a spell, something happens.
Hmm. Huh. Now I gotta go rewatch it.
Yeah,
Shoot.
I know, darn. A reason to go rewatch the Harry Potter movies.
Any reason is a good reason to rewatch the Harry Potter movies.
Yeah, I know my dad was saying the other day, he's like, man, it's about that time of year. I feel like it's time to rewatch them again. We're getting close to Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Uh, do you play chess?
A little bit, yeah.
Have you seen the Harry Potter chessboard that is okay, it's electronic, but it's magical. It so it looks like wizard's chess. The pieces
Hmm.
look like wizard's chess, but you can play against yourself. The board lights up.
I have wanted one of those for so long.
Wizard's chess or a board where you can play against yourself.
A board where you can play against yourself, because I've seen people design their own chess boards where the pieces move with magnets under the board and
Okay, this one, from what I saw, it doesn't look like the pieces move themselves. You have to, the
oh,
square will light up
but
and you
it
have to
tells you
move
where to
it.
move it.
Yes,
Okay. I've seen some higher end ones where the pieces actually move against you on their own.
that's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
I've considered trying to build one. I've seen people who do it, but it just seems a little too advanced for me.
Yeah, that's a lot. I'm sure you could do it if you wanted to. That's a lot.
Yeah. I did actually, though, 3D print a full set of the wizard's chess pieces they use in the first movie.
I used to have one, just the little plastic one that they sold when the movie came out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know what happened to it. I don't have it anymore.
They they make several versions of it now. I think there's a
They make a
from
nice
the
one.
yeah, from the same company that does all the replicas in the parks, the Noble Collection.
Mhm.
They do a high-end replica. I know there's a Lego version where you build the chess set and all the pieces and you can play. But what I really want, and the ones that I printed, I don't know if we were talking about the same one, it's not a miniature version of McGonagall's giant chess set from the end. I have like the red and white pieces that Ron and Harry were playing with at Christmas.
Oh.
Yeah, the regular wizard's chess
Uh-huh.
that they play.
Oh, I like that even better.
Yeah, I do too, because everybody wants the one from the end of the movie. I'm like, no, I want the
Hmm.
chessboard they would actually sit in the common room and play.
Right.
So those are the pieces that I made, which are based
Mhm.
on. I used to know. I had looked up more information about them. They were. I don't remember if they were somewhere in Scotland. Maybe I'd have to go back and look it up. But they were chess pieces from like several hundreds of years ago.
Uh,
People have scanned or 3D modeled and made copies of. So
mhm. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I would definitely like that one over the big one.
yeah, got to figure out a moving chessboard one
Uh, I'll just buy one.
day. Problem is, they're ridiculously expensive.
Yeah, but how much is it going to cost me to figure out how to make it work?
This is true. I tell you what, if I figure out how to make it work and I can make it for cheaper than you can buy one, I'll make you one.
Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome. Man, I can't tell you how many ideas I've got rolling around in my head for Harry Potter replicas that I'm like, how do I make this but make it functional?
And that's something I really enjoyed about when we were able to make art together.
Hmm.
Is we were so good at filling in the other's gaps.
Yeah.
When I was like, oh, I can't figure out how to do this, and the other one's bam, answer.
Yeah, and especially in that sense, we play off of each other really well.
Yes. Yeah. Now, granted, the types of things we were creating at that point were a lot more elementary than what you're doing now.
Well, I
Now,
mean, I've had 3 years worth of dedication and research and tinkering
no,
with things. So, but no, I mean, we did some pretty cool stuff back then. I would love
we
to see what we
did.
can get together and do now.
Oh yeah, we would have some fun. Definitely have fun.
Yeah, I'm still every once in a while I still get to thinking about like how do I make the interactive wands work at home?
It's just RFID, isn't it?
Yeah, but the way it works with the tracing of the spell symbols and things gets a little complicated.
Well, you just have different receptors. You have to hit them in the right order.
No, it's like a camera that tracks the actual full motion of it that makes the right shape. It's one receptor.
That's how they do
It's
it.
like yeah. Oh, you're okay. So I see what you're saying. Man, I feel like we might need to shift topics or the rest of this episode's gonna get really technical.
Really? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know that
I'm
I could get much more technical than I just did.
I'm about to go down a rabbit hole here. I'm this close.
Well, you have
I'm
less
like,
than
that's
one
not
minute.
okay. Well, let's switch over to the other Zoom call and we can start fresh.
I don't know. I think I'd like to hear a minute of this rabbit hole.
Okay. All right, you ready to switch over?
All right, fine. No rabbit hole.
Oh, I meant once we switch over.
That was some timing. Yeah, finish up your birdie bots.
Yeah, I figured I wanted to keep in my Harry Potter spirit with my Honeydukes background. I was like, jelly beans are a good snack for today.
You're actually having jelly beans?
Yes, I
That was just a
am.
lucky guess.
That's funny. I thought you actually saw them.
No.
Yep,
All right, nice.
jelly beans.
I love a good jelly bean.
Yeah. And these are the Jelly Bellies, so it's got like 40 different flavors.
Oh yeah, those are the best. We used to way back in the house when we lived in the same neighborhood. I don't know if you were ever over
Hmm.
when we did that, where we just see who could choose who could pick out what the flavor was.
Yeah, I do remember
Yeah,
that.
fun times.
Yeah. Funny enough, this is almost as dangerous as Birdie Bots though, because there are a couple flavors that I really am not a fan of.
Yeah, which ones?
Mostly buttered popcorn. I've always
Hmm.
felt like that one's just the wrong kind of sweet for a jelly bean. Like it just doesn't work.
Yeah, I don't disagree. That's not my favorite. I won't like, spit it out, but
I
it's not my favorite.
I will depending on the day. If I'm really not feeling it, I'm like, nope,
Hmm.
I'm not even gonna finish this one.
Just quick swallow.
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh.
I'm still terrified for when we do the Birdie Botch challenge because you said we're not allowed to spit them out.
No.
I'm like, man, the
What's
idea that I'm gonna have to swallow a vomit
what's
flavored
the
jelly
point?
bean, it's just not fun.
At that point, the taste is already there.
Yeah, just don't keep chewing it, I guess.
Right. And you know what? None of the birdie bots are as bad as the Bean Boozled skunk.
No, they are not. I think about that
So,
every time we talk about these.
yep, find comfort in that.
Hmm.
Hey, you know what? If we do drive down together or fly together, if we travel there together,
Hmm.
we're that's happening on the trip.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. It's
Without a doubt.
birdie bot time.
Yeah. Well, the first thing we'll do is go into Honeydukes, or I think is it Sugar Plums is the one in Diagon Alley, and we can grab a container of jelly beans and go at it.
Yep. Yeah. Stop at Second and Charles before we leave.
Oh, okay. You're talking about doing it on the
Oh,
flight
not
there.
enough way there. Yeah.
Oh.
We have a Second and Charles here. Speaking of, I guess people should know what that is, right? They're all over the country.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's like a sort of a sister store to what is it, Books a Million?
Is it?
Yeah,
Huh.
same company.
Oh, did not know that. It is
Yeah, bookstore
very
with all kinds of
like,
nerdy things
yeah,
and
nerdy
pop
things.
culture stuff.
All the things we like.
Yeah,
Music and
it's
nerd stuff.
like Christmas year round.
Yes. Yes.
It's very dangerous for your wallet.
It is. But a lot of stuff is resale, so it's less expensive.
That is also true.
We were a few weeks ago trying to figure out what we were going to do with the kids over the weekend, and Nick's like, "Well, why don't we go to um, Third Avenue?" Like Third Avenue? Like, what are you talking about? What is Third Avenue? He's like, you know, that store with all the stuff you like. Second and Charles? Oh yeah, that one. Where
Oh,
did Third Avenue come
Third
from?
Avenue. That's a new
Third
one.
Avenue. That isn't, yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll go to Third Avenue and we'll
I'll
get
go
some
to Third
jelly
Avenue. Yes.
beans.
Some jelly beans and butterbeer.
Yep.
I did pick up today some toffee, is English toffee sprinkles.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I think I might start putting those in my coffee.
Okay.
And I'm planning to soon try and make some kind of butterbeer flavored creamer for my coffee.
Okay.
And then I'll put my little toffee sprinkles on top.
I
And
mean, that
that
said,
sounds
you
good.
don't have to wait long if you want to buy it. You sent me an Instagram post. Remember that Coffee Mate's going to be making butterbeer coffee creamer next month.
Yes. I don't love Coffee Mate.
Okay, so are you worried the flavor's not going to be?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, I don't know that I've liked any of theirs. I'm trying to remember if the Love is Blind creamer was Coffee Mate. Oh, never
Sounds like
mind.
the.
I lied. I lied. I like Coffee Mate. It's International Delight that I can't stand.
Oh, yeah, that's the one who did the other Harry Potter one, wasn't it? Or was it not?
I don't know.
I forget.
I don't know.
But yeah, I think I do remember you saying that once.
All the creamers, I stopped a while back for the most part using actual creamers. I moved over to just milk.
Hmm.
And sometimes I'll put a syrup or something in it, but usually just milk. And now when I drink creamers, a lot of them are just too much.
Hmm. Okay. I don't really drink normal coffee, so I can't comment much. I pretty much will only just like go to Starbucks and get a Frappuccino or something,
Hmm.
but I like something that, sure, it's coffee, but I'm basically just drinking a bunch of sugar and whipped
Sugar.
cream and stuff. Just something that kind of tastes like coffee.
Hmm. No, I'm the opposite. I usually don't put any sugar in my coffee. I'll put milk. The other
Ooh.
day, actually, I'm drinking my coffee and I'm thinking, huh, it's a little strong today. I never poured my milk. I put the milk in the frother and never poured it in my coffee.
Were you
This
just
is a
drinking
little strong
straight
today. I was
coffee?
just drinking coffee. Yeah,
The
yeah, just
hardcore
black.
Hufflepuff right there.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's like that's like Tonks energy.
Yeah. And the one I was drinking too, I got it from Covington. It's from Abita Roasting.
Oh yeah, okay.
Their black and tan I like a lot, but it is very strong. And that's what I was drinking. And usually, even when I get it from there, I put just a little bit of milk and a little bit of sugar in it. And
Okay.
I'm drinking like, man, this is some strong coffee today. I thought I put an extra scoop in there. Nope. Silly me, just forgot the milk. So the opposite of what happened last time when
The
I had the
opposite of
milk and forgot
your
the
creamer
coffee.
water.
Yes. Uh,
I still think about that creamer water and the Harry Potter donuts probably more often than I should, but that story just stuck with me.
yeah.
I'm like, man, that is the funniest thing. I've never heard of anybody doing.
Stuff happens.
It does. Ugh.
So, speaking of the donuts, I have this sticker sheet if you want it, if the thing will pick it
Oh.
up.
Maybe put
Maybe
it
you can
closer to
kind
you,
of,
like in front of your shirt. Yeah, there it
good
is.
plan. This one.
Oh, so it's got a picture of each donut, the trunk that looks
Yes.
like the box, and the logo.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not going to do anything with it, but if you want it to do something cool, I'll save it for you. If not, I'll just
Okay.
give the stickers to the children and let them put it on things that they shouldn't put them on.
I'm sure they would love that. I'll let you know. I feel like I could probably find something fun to do with it.
Yeah, probably.
I'll think about that.
All right, so if we're not moving forward with the RFID rabbit hole of
I'd have to
the
I'd have to think
wand.
about that a little more. I feel like a lot of it would just be me sitting here going, how do I oh, but then maybe oh, I don't. It's like it's not gonna make for good content.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot of just me being in my own head.
If anyone is listening that has the answer, save us some time
Yes, there we go.
and send us
For
a
that or
message.
the moving chessboard
Or the movie chessboard, yes.
or any other Harry Potter DIYs that might be worth putting in my collection.
Hmm.
Which that's one thing. I feel like I probably should put some of my Harry Potter stuff on the social media pages to
Yes, you
show
should.
people because
And on the
I gotta
website.
yes, and on the website because I got a lot of things. I
Hmm.
tend to get real excited about, oh, I could make this, and then I do it without really thinking about it, and I'm like, oh, cool. Now I have no room for all these things that I just made, but worth it.
Yeah, worth it.
Like I have well, I'm pretty sure I've talked about the broom, but I still think my favorite one is the full-size 3D printed Nimbus 2000.
That thing, I saw it in person now, and
Yeah,
that looks so cool. It was
thank you.
impressive. Oh,
That's probably the paint job I'm most proud of out of anything I've done.
mhm.
Like I feel like that looks like wood.
Yes. Yes, it does. I was bragging about your wood painting skills the other day to Nick. He's 3D printing all this stuff, and
Mm,
he's asking me what else, what could we 3D print to use here? What can I make for you? Blah blah blah. And I'm like, there are things that could be useful, sure, but I don't like the plastic look. I want it to look like wood.
mm.
And like Jake does it really well. We just need to learn how to paint like Jake, and then you can print all of these things.
It's super easy to do. I can definitely show you how to do that. And
We need
it
to have
costs like $5 on Amazon
okay.
to get the ink that I use.
Well, you might need to teach me because he's getting really good at designing things in I don't
Mm.
know whatever program he uses. He's getting really good at it, and so he can edit other things. He could build things from scratch. I don't know if I showed you my little thing that my phone sits on my desk.
The headphone stand or holder? The
Yes,
little
yes.
yes, you did show me that.
He
You
made
sent
a
me a picture of it.
drawer. Oh, so I sent you the picture with
Yeah.
the drawer too. Yeah, he designed and built, and that's simple. He's built some other stuff, which it's work related, so I'm not going to put it on here. But I'll send you some
Hmm.
pictures later. He made some really
Okay.
cool um, stuff that he actually designed from scratch. But anyway,
That is cool.
your how you paint the wood grain look is impressive.
Well, thank you. So you want some of your stuff to be finished like that?
Yes. Yeah, I don't love the plastic look.
Well, the best part of it is it really doesn't take much. Some of them I don't even sand before I do the wood look.
Hmm.
It's super easy.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll I'll share that with you, and I guess if anybody else is interested, I could even post something about it, either make a short on YouTube or put it on Instagram or something.
That'd be cool. We could put in
Anybody who's
the
interested.
non-existent show notes.
Yes. One of these days,
One of
they're
these
gonna be
days.
there
Yeah, they will at some point.
when we remember to remind each other.
Yes. You know what we haven't talked about yet?
What's that?
Speaking of brooms,
Oh, the ride
the
information that we
ride
saw.
information. Yes. Uh,
So,
yeah, you go. I
yeah,
think you've
so
read more about it than I have.
so I sent you a Reddit post this morning, not
Hmm.
realizing you had already seen this somewhere. I did see in the comments people kind of going back and forth about whether this was actually happening. Some people said that this ride idea may have already been scrapped and they're moving to something else, but nobody really had anything concrete.
Hmm.
But there was a patent that's been going around. Apparently, there's a cleared plot of land behind, I think it was behind the sort of focal point building in Wizarding Paris with the Quidditch sign above it, kind of in front of the or behind the circus area. From what I think people were saying, it's bigger than the space for Ministry.
Wow.
Yeah. And there's talk of a second ride going there, and people were debating what that was going to be. And the person who showed off that spot also shared a picture of a patent Universal had filed for what essentially looks like a roller coaster track with what would be almost like a sort of marionette control system hanging from it, with several broomsticks hanging from that. So that way the whole system could move on a track, but you're hanging underneath it, sitting on a broom, kind of flight of passage style, four in a row,
Hmm.
2 rows deep would be each like set, each car. And so I think that could be really cool because that's probably the best way to feel like you're really flying if you take a turn and everybody kind of swings out and
Yeah. I saw the picture, but didn't hadn't read much about it. What I read about was before the picture came out, or before I saw the picture at least, that
Mhm.
said they are actively working on something that is in that area and that it could be Harry Potter related or it could be more general related, but that it seems like it's going to be either an indoor ride or a show, but that it would be something
Hmm.
indoors.
Okay.
So I wonder if those two things do actually go together. Is this an indoor, like a dark ride that's
Where you're on a
on a
broom,
track?
possibly.
Yeah, I mean maybe kind of like how Rock and Roller Coaster is. I mean not
Yeah.
that, you know, type of ride car, but how it's everything's inside, but you're still on a roller coaster type of ride.
Yeah. I guess kind of in a sense like Gringotts, just hopefully with less screens.
Yeah, that's even better than Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, sister's in Disney World right now, and they were on Rock and Roller Coaster yesterday. Got it on the brain.
uh,
That was my first
okay.
ever roller coaster.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's a good first roller
it was a
coaster.
good first roller coaster. It's a terrifying first roller coaster when you're 4 years old.
Oh, oh yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I was a tall 4 year old, and I had thick. That's back in the 90s, you know, when they made the platform tennis shoes. And
Hmm.
yeah, I shouldn't have been tall enough to ride it.
Oh, well, you're still here,
I'm
so
still here, and now I love roller coasters, so it all worked out. Um,
yeah.
yeah, so I wonder what they're gonna do with that.
I don't know. The other thing that I heard, somebody on Reddit said that they apparently have some sort of inside connection to somebody who claims they're working on what that's going to be, and that it's going to be a ride system where you're in carriages, which
Hmm.
makes me think like the beginning of Crimes of Grindelwald.
Yeah, is it a Thestral?
That's what I'm thinking, like whenever he escaped from prison on the
Yeah.
carriage in the storm.
And who are we gonna see die?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we'd have to see somebody die if they're being pulled by thestrals so we can
Mm-hmm.
see them.
Yeah.
Or they get away with not having anything pull them by saying, "Oh, you haven't seen death yet," and they don't have to animate them or build them. Or
I don't know, but you know some people on there have seen death, even if it wasn't on the ride, so they have to make it consistent.
oh, that's true. Better to have everybody do it than
Yeah. You take a survey on your way in. Have you seen death?
no. You go in this line. If you haven't, you go in
Yes.
the line without the thestrals. That's dark.
Yeah.
I don't know if I love that.
No, I don't love that. I would let's just see someone fall out of the sky in the beginning of the ride or something.
Yeah, that sounds better.
Yeah.
Oh, that got heavy for a second there.
Well, it's reminding me of like ET, but in reverse.
You're gonna
Well,
have to.
actually, I guess it would be the beginning. I'm thinking of when ET reads your name off the card, but you go in, you give them your name, they
Oh,
give you the card.
I was like, when does somebody die on ET?
Not yet, I don't think. Knock on wood.
I was like, at what
You-
point of that ride's story is that when the planet gets all weird? Is it because you died and now you're in ET's version of heaven or something? Like I was like, what am I missing?
No, just the cards.
Okay.
Just the cards.
Oh, I got real confused there for a minute.
Sorry.
It's like I know it's been a while since I've been on that ride, but man,
Yeah, but not that long.
yeah. That would be very strange though to me if they did another show, considering they have the circus show right there.
But that's if they made it Harry Potter. Because from what
That's
I was
true.
reading, it's kind of between the entrance, not the entrance, but I guess is it where Helios is? I don't know if I was understanding it correctly. I wasn't looking at a map. I was just reading it. But the way it was written was it was between Ministry and the star place Celestial. My brain is not keeping up today.
Yeah, Celestial Park and
Celestial
Ministry.
Park and Ministry. Yeah, that it was somewhere between those, so it could be used for either. Now, I don't know. Again, I haven't looked at it on a map, so I don't know how true that is. That's just what the article
That
said.
is interesting because I saw somebody on Reddit talking about something similar, but what they were saying is that the space between Celestial Park, if I'm remembering this right, the space between Celestial Park and Ministry was where the potential new portal might go, and that this little cleared out space for a new Harry Potter ride was something else.
Hmm.
I don't know if that's
So then
true, but that's what they were claiming.
maybe it's two different stories we're even reading about right now.
That's what I'm saying. It
Yeah.
could be.
Huh.
Because what I saw looked like a plot of land cleared out right behind the buildings in Paris,
Hmm.
where they could add, like, basically, you walk into one of those buildings and there's a hidden ride building behind
Hmm.
everything that you don't see.
Maybe they'll make it a massive bakery. We're overdue.
Still a little bitter about
So
the bakery
bitter.
situation, huh?
Yes.
No pastries in
Yes.
Paris.
No pastures in Paris. Oh. Have we got our name? Our episode name?
We might.
Oh man.
Love how those just kind of fall into place
They
sometimes.
do, yeah. I am curious to see what they're going to do, and I'm curious too because I was also reading something about a potential area for expansion in Nintendo World. I'm wondering with
Yeah.
the new movie coming out if that's going to be
Mm.
what the
If maybe they'll do
expansion.
some sort of Super Mario Galaxy themed.
Yeah. Um,
Although there has
I
also been talk of Legend of Zelda too, though.
Yeah, I read that, but I wonder again, I don't know where this extra space is. Is it a continuation of Nintendo, like of Mario
Right.
area, or is it separate? I don't know. Because they those never interact, right? There was never any cross
Not unless you count games
between,
like Super Smash Brothers, where they just
yeah.
take all the characters and chuck them in a box and say, okay, now fight.
Fight. Yeah, I never did, or I tried one time playing Zelda and I just wasn't a fan. So I don't know a
Hmm.
whole heck of a lot about
Yeah.
the Zelda.
It's not my
world.
favorite either.
No. But I did hear that too. Zelda potentially. I read something too about them adding another castle,
Hmm.
maybe Luigi, but I don't,
Huh.
it wasn't like a whole article. It's just speculation.
What would be cool is if they could do some sort of Luigi's Mansion ride.
Hmm.
Something a little scary.
Yeah. That's what Nick and I were talking about a couple days ago too. That was something he said he would really like to see a spooky if they actually made it spooky, not a kid's
Yeah.
ride, but a real. And I thought kind of similar to. Did you ever go to Jazzland?
Yeah. I
They
don't
had
remember
that.
much, but I did.
There was this Jester ride that when I was a kid, as an adult, it was probably nothing, but as a kid, that ride scared the crap out of
I
me.
do kind of remember being freaked out by that one. I don't remember much of it, but I remember the jester.
Yeah, dark. It was like a haunted house ride.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah,
Almost
like
like,
that'd be cool.
honestly, if they did a Luigi's Mansion, I could see it being more of like a, if we're gonna go that it's spookier and not as kid friendly, I could see
Mhm.
it being maybe even just like a slightly more intense Haunted Mansion style ride.
Yeah,
Possibly.
I would hope they would do more with it.
Okay, you'd want it to be more than just that, like maybe more of a roller
Yes.
coaster, indoor
And
sort of thing.
I don't know that I would even want it to be a roller coaster. I think I would want it to be more like you were actually moving through the mansion. Maybe even similar to the way they did the Galaxy's Edge, whatever that ride is.
Oh, Rise of the Resistance. Oh,
Yes.
like a trackless dark ride.
Yes. That I
Okay,
think could be really cool.
that would be cool.
And you don't know where you're going. Maybe each ride is even a little bit different.
And imagine if, I mean, just think about the kind of projection effects they could do, like for Boo and
Hmm.
things like that.
Yep. We'll see what
Man,
they
we're
come up with.
way off of our Harry Potter topic here,
Yes,
but that's an exciting thing to think about.
it is. It is. I hope we're not getting our hopes up for something that's going to be a complete letdown.
We might be, because I would be very surprised if they do go Luigi's Mansion, but it's okay. It's fun to dream.
It is. It is. But I'm with you on the Harry Potter. I really would be surprised if they did two shows in that area.
When there's only the one ride. And
Yeah.
I didn't realize until somebody said it in that post, every other land does have at least two rides.
Well, hopefully we're gonna get a our first chance to actually fly on a broom.
I sure hope so. Somebody needs to make that happen
They
because
do. Yeah.
I'm getting to the point where I'm like, all right, what kind of degree do I need to get to be able to
You
build
can
something?
design it yourself.
Because I want to know what it feels like to fly on a
Hmm.
broomstick,
Yeah.
not just a floating bench. No offense to Forbidden Journey, but Quidditch would be way more fun if I was leaned forward on a broom instead of strapped into a bench like this.
Hmm. Yeah. I wonder why. Maybe technology, I guess, just wasn't there
It's
yet. But
gonna be limiting. It's gonna be a difficult
mhm.
position for some people to get into. It could be uncomfortable. I'm sure there are more safety concerns rather than just being seated.
Yeah, I don't know. After seeing Tron,
Yeah, that makes it feel a little more possible.
hmm uh, and with the amount of screens in that movie too, even similar to the Banshee, the whatever the heck
Yeah,
was the
Flight of Passage
Banshee.
is all
Yes.
screen,
Yeah.
and it still feels like you're really flying.
Yeah. So I
I'd almost,
wonder why they didn't do something similar.
I don't know, like now that you mention that, I'd almost be okay with that. If that's the only way we're gonna get a broom flying experience,
Mhm.
I'd be okay with an auditorium like Flight of Passage Soarin' style ride as long as you're sitting forward on something.
You know what though? I wonder patent wise what they can do.
Oh, yeah, kind of like how Universal is the only ones who can use the arms that they use in Forbidden Journey and
Mhm.
Monsters
And how different does it have to be for you
to the
not to
point
get
where
sued?
it can't even be the same kind of ride,
Mhm.
possibly. Yeah, that's an interesting thought. Hmm. I don't know, but I just want to fly on a broomstick, man.
When I was a kid, I was convinced I could.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I would jump off of stuff. And
Oh,
for like the half a second between the time you jump and the time you hit the ground, I was
you're like, I'm
convinced I
doing
was
it.
flying. Yes. Yeah.
Mm.
Chloe was actually running around the house today telling me she was flying on her broom. She carries it backwards though, with like the sweeping part in the
Oh,
front and the stick in the back. Yeah. I keep trying to tell her it goes the other way, but I think it's just easier for her to maneuver with with it backwards.
thinking about people riding brooms wrong, that just reminds me, I was watching a video about Hogwarts Legacy the other day. Somebody was reviewing it, and they were talking about the flying class section of the game, where the teacher is telling everybody how to mount the brooms and how to fly properly. And at one point she goes, and none of that side saddle nonsense. You don't want to be sliding off the end of it because you're not sitting right. And the guy pauses the kind of pauses the game video and he's like, "Oh man, are you telling me all those pictures of those hot witches and like the Halloween posters and stuff aren't flying right?"
If you're in a long dress, and I mean, you're not likely to have this experience. But
Right.
I mean, there are many dresses I've worn where I can't take a step that's too big.
Yeah, I would imagine sitting on it sideways and holding it front and back is probably the only way you could fly in
Yes.
certain outfits.
Yes. So then, depending on what you're wearing, do you just not fly?
Maybe you apparate? I don't.
Yeah, maybe you do. Maybe you
Now
flew
this,
powder.
yeah,
I don't know.
which, that's something I actually wanted to mention is I wonder if they're going to do Flue powder in the show more accurately to the books. Because when they went, like, for example, Chamber of Secrets, they go to Diagon Alley, they throw the Flue powder down, they teleport. That's fine. But one thing that I didn't realize until going back to the books is if you think about the way Flue powder works, they really took some creative liberties with the Flue powder communication, like with Sirius in the fireplace. Because think about what Flue powder does, right? You put the powder in the fireplace, fire turns green, and it transports you physically from that fireplace to another fireplace.
Hmm.
So even though the movies did it in a way that's like, yeah, it makes sense enough. When the fire wasn't really lit, his face pushed through the coals, kind of, and it was like his face made out of the logs.
Hmm.
And then in, I think Order of the Phoenix, there was a bigger fire. It was like a image of his face essentially like projected into the flames. I'm like, sure. But if you think about the way Flue powder actually operates, what really should be happening is you drop the powder in, the flames turn green, especially if it's a smaller fireplace. Let's say you kneel down, stick your head in the fireplace, and your actual physical face pops out of the other person's fireplace, right? Tell me that wouldn't make more sense considering you travel physically when you go into the Flue powder flames.
Well, 10-minute warning.
Oh no.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, that does.
You see what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
Like technically when Harry talks to Sirius in the fireplace, Sirius's face should be there. He should be halfway teleported into Hogwarts.
Yeah.
I'd
Hmm.
never considered it until going back to the books and being like, "Wait,
Yeah.
that's not how that works though." So
Interesting.
I'm
I
curious to see if
wonder
they
if there's anything about that on the my brain today is not keeping up with
Pottermore.
me. Yes, thank you.
I got you.
Thank you. Yeah, on Pottermore. I wonder if there's anything about that on Pottermore. Is there a
Yeah, I'd be
logical
curious. Yeah.
explanation? Is there an explanation like that you don't need bathrooms because you magic away?
Can we just pretend that one doesn't exist,
Right?
please?
Um, yeah, that one.
Not a fan of that
Not
one.
a
We don't
fan of
need to
that one at
explain. We don't need
all.
to explain
No,
every detail.
no. But
A
I
little bit of mystery
wonder.
can be good.
Uh, and that's funny considering their like bathrooms. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, we can move on.
I know.
But maybe there are different types of flu powder.
That's possible. I guess we don't know exactly.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I do wonder if there's a logical explanation on Pottermore, or if the movie is just. Like you said, took some creative liberties.
I mean, if nothing else, they definitely did because Sirius did it two different ways in two different movies. I think that was just directors having their own artistic
Hmm.
style,
Yeah.
going about it their own way. But yeah, I'm just curious to see how that's going to be handled because I almost would like to see people actually physically go from one place to another.
Yeah.
It's like the weird kind of magic that that world is, all about in
Hmm.
a way.
What happens if the fire goes out when you're between the two? Do you get decapitated?
Oh, I hope
We got
not.
a lot of death in this episode.
Well, here's a excuse me. Hope there's not any more death in this episode.
Yeah, let's hope not. Again, like how many
Oh,
times am I gonna knock on wood
uh,
today?
I know. Um, a little bit more of a lighthearted question, I guess, or plot hole to poke is I know nobody's heard this because this was something we recorded back before we officially started the podcast. But one of my favorite discussions we ever had was about transfiguration and how that works.
Oh yeah, that one never got posted. Oh, that was a
No, that
fun
was
one.
that was before all of this really started, before we even had a
Yeah.
name for this.
Huh. We might have to put up some bonus content or something. Maybe put that on the
That's
YouTube
what
shorts.
that's what I'm thinking, because that was a fun conversation where we started questioning if you transfigure an animal into an object, does the does what you do to the object have an effect on the animal? Because I remember seeing things in the books about doing it the other way around, if I remember correctly, that the animal sort of retains characteristics of the object in a sense.
Hmm.
So I remember we were talking at one point about the idea of like they were turning animals into water goblets. Let's say
Uh-huh.
you take a mouse, or like in Ron's case, his rat, you
Uh-huh.
turn it into a water goblet, and then you were to pour wine in it. When you transfigure it back, is the mouse drunk? Do you just have a really wet mouse? Like, how
Yeah,
does this work?
exactly. How does it work? We need more information.
We do. That's one of the places where I'm like, no, I wouldn't mind shedding a little more light.
Yes.
We don't need to know about bathroom habits pre-plumbing, but I do want to know what happens when you transfigure an animal and then use the object for its intended purpose and then
Mhm.
transfigure it back
Yeah. Does the animal have memory of
of
being
being
turned
an
into a
object.
cup and drinking wine at a party? You know?
Right. Are we getting into like a Dumbo situation here?
Oh, I'm trying to remember that. I couldn't tell you the last time I
That's
saw Dumbo.
whenever Dumbo and the mouse get drunk and that's when he sees the pink elephants.
Oh, hmm. Maybe. Maybe. I'm really curious to see what they're gonna put in the if we're gonna learn anything from this HBO series.
I'm sure we will because there's been lore and world building that's been added or revealed over time that I think now that they have all of that hindsight,
Hmm.
like there's even been stuff that I've seen about people suggesting we're going to get scenes between Dumbledore and Nicholas Flamel and his wife in this first
Mm.
season,
I
and
like that.
that maybe they're casting Bill Nighy as Slughorn because they could plant seeds of him having been around earlier before they really introduce him in books in season six. They could set things up now that they know all of what's coming and where it
Yeah.
leads.
Yeah. Oh, this is exciting. This is so
Yeah,
exciting.
it is.
I can't wait. And the little Hermione girl, I forget what her name is.
Arabella Stanton.
Yeah, that's her. I think she's going to be phenomenal.
She is. Having read the audio or listened to the audiobook and heard her performance in it, obviously voice acting is different than screen acting, but she felt like Hermione.
I think voice acting seems like it would be harder than screen acting.
I think so, because you have to convey everything just through your voice. You don't
Yes.
get the added benefit of using your face or
Mhm.
gesturing and using body language or sometimes even playing off of anybody else at all.
Right. Yeah. A lot of times they seem to be recording just alone in
Yeah,
studio. And that you've really got to have a solid picture of what your character is and who you're interacting with to really put on a good performance.
definitely. What really gets me is when people do voice acting for really physically intense scenes where it sounds like they're in the middle of a fight or,
Hmm.
jumping off buildings or flying through the air and stuff like that. And I'm like, how can you stand there in a t-shirt
Hmm.
in front of a microphone and make me feel like you're, exerting more energy than you ever have in your entire life? It's
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah. Maybe they're in there doing a bunch of jumping jacks.
Maybe
What are the
one of my,
secrets?
yeah, one of my favorite pictures I think I've seen in a while of any voice actors doing their job was Pedro Pascal for The Mandalorian with a pillow tucked under his arm like it was baby Grogu.
Ah, I like him.
Yeah.
He's a good actor. He's funny too.
Hmm.
Interviews I've seen with him.
Yeah,
We had
voice acting is. Oh, what's up?
2 minutes left.
2 minutes. Oh
What's
man.
up?
I don't know about you, but I'm almost kind of tempted to say we should do another Harry Potter episode next week and kind of keep this going because I don't feel like
Um,
we really talked all that much Harry Potter.
I'm I'm for it.
Okay. Maybe we make this another part two, a two-part episode.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, we'll have to see.
Yeah, if so, I'll try and get, funny enough, I have two Harry Potter shirts. That's it. One of them I sleep in
Really?
because it mysteriously ended up with a hole in it.
Oh,
Yeah, I like the shirt a lot too, but it somehow got a hole in it, so I sleep in it. So really, I'm down to one.
that's a shame.
Yeah, I know. I need
Although
to.
I guess I've only got two as well.
Huh.
Well, unless you count this.
Two and a half.
Yeah, because I've got my Hufflepuff shirt and then my Flourish and Blots. Which that's
Hufflepuff.
one of my favorite things is to have nerdy shirts that like you wouldn't even know unless you know the
Hmm.
material.
Yeah, yeah. Me too. I like those. Ooh, any last minute
Just some
stuff before we get cut off in less than a minute?
not much other than the fact that maybe circling back around, you should take a trip to Third Avenue and get yourself another Harry Potter
I
shirt.
should. Maybe I'll do that this weekend. I'll go to Third Avenue.
Okay.
Oh, he's so funny.
Yeah. And that's the end of another episode. As always, we'll be back next Monday, and be sure to check out our social media pages. That's at Tallow Podcast. It's TALO Podcast on Instagram and Facebook, and The Adventure Lives on YouTube for more information about our upcoming giveaway. And until next time, thank you all for listening, and keep living the adventure.